Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, as you probably read by the title, I will be finishing every series I'm in the middle of. And you will see that this video, it's all over the place because it's kind of like me combining two videos in one. So I apologize for that. I'm a mess. Are we surprised? No. But I just wanted to make the intro because I've never did. I just started filming myself, reading, listening to those books. So I'm really sorry about that, but without further ado, let's get started. So the first book that I will be listening to in this vlog, I currently have the audiobook borrowed from my library. It's Reckless by Lauren Roberts. I've been wanting to read this book and I recently read the novella, which is powerful. So now I'm ready for this baby right here. After this one, I don't know what I will be reading, okay? This will be kind of a mood read as well. I am 7% through it. I'm on chapter 4. I'm like this far into the book.
Words. You haven't left the study since your coronation.
Okay, so far I am on chapter 13, which is 26% through the book, and so far not much has happened. I feel like this book definitely goes way slower than the first one. I don't want to say too much, but they saw each other. Right now they're kind of in a fight, let's say, but not really. But like I don't know, I feel like it's going slow. I can see why people were saying like, oh, this book, a lot of people preferred the first book over this one. I totally get it. So far it's okay. It's just that it's slower. Hey guys, so I have an update you. Okay, so Reckless, I started the audiobook like 2 days ago, and let's see how far I am because I don't know. Okay, so I'm 36% through the audiobook, which is chapter 19. I'm like this far into the book, 36%, and it's been 2 days and I haven't had the urge to pick it up, which is not really a good sign. It's not like something bad, but this book compared to the first one, and I know it's not great to compare, but it's part of the same series, and what I liked about the first book is that I didn't want to put it down because it was interesting, quick pace, there was always something going on. But in this one, I feel like it's a lot of back and forth. I don't know, I don't want to spoil, but it really focuses on, let's say, the romance, and I don't know, it's a romantasy. It's supposed to also focus on the fantasy, but I don't know, I'm only 36%. Maybe it will pick it up, like it will pick up hopefully soon, but I haven't had the urge to pick the audiobook. And today I started Wicked Surf by Grace Raley. This is the 4th book in the series, or Interconnected Stone. I don't remember how this series is called, and it's about her. She's a volleyball player. Her name is Isabel and his name is Nikolai, and he's rivals with her older brother that is the captain of the hockey team. But something happens and Nikolai happens to transfer to the same school she's in, and they had a fling in the summer, so they have to navigate that, and obviously her brother doesn't like him, so it's kind of brothers rivals. I think it will kind of be like friends with benefits type of thing. I don't know, but we can see that his past is really heavy, and in her case she has a lot of insecurities because she's the youngest of her family and she feels like she's the one that doesn't really have a path. But so far I am like 17%, which is chapter 8, page 48, and so far I've been eating it up. But so far I am reading these two books, and hopefully I would try to listen to Reckless, but I wanted to update you on the books that I'm currently reading. I've been reading a lot of Wicked Serve, and so far I feel like so much has happened into this book, but at the same time I'm only 39% through the book. Oh my god. I've been listening to Reckless still, obviously, and I am 80% through the book right now. And since the last time I updated you, things have been, we have discovered a lot, and I'm glad this is picking up. And I see why the author did this book, but at the same time I feel like it wasn't necessary. She could have done a duology, maybe like a novella in between, but I don't know. That's my humble opinion. Guys, I am home and I have exactly 6 minutes left. So for me it's 3 minutes, and I am on chapter 49. Then there's the epilogue and the closing. I don't know what that is. Maybe like thank you for listening to the audiobook. I don't know. So I am going to listen to this while I do some bookish stuff at the same time, and you're going to see my reactions, and it's probably going to be shock, I'm pretty sure, because I feel like this will end maybe not on the cliffhanger, but we will receive a lot of information. I don't know why, but I feel like these 6 minutes are going to be crucial, and I cannot wait.
Visions are anything but crazed, and I will explain them all.
I'm flabbergasted. I don't know how to say that word, okay? But I know I'm that. Oh my god, like that ending? The last chapter? You're telling me I have to wait a year for the other book? That should be illegal. Okay, Reckless by Lauren Roberts. This book right here. To be honest, the first 50% I was really bored. Like the first 40% I was like, oh my god, like this is not boring, because I feel like that is disrespectful to the author's writing, but it wasn't like, I wasn't feeling it. I was like, the first book, from the first sentence I was hooked. I was like, I love fantasy like that. Fantasy is hard to get into, and I feel like for that you have to make like the story interesting from the beginning, and I feel like the author did that with the first book. Even with the novella, obviously we know more about the world, so that, and I feel like once you know more about the world, you're excited for the other books, and I wasn't excited for the first like 40 to 50%. I was like, I'm reading this and I'm finishing this, one for the video, and two because I want to know, just to get the book over with. So that is not a good feeling. Then 50 to 70% it picks up like a little more. Then 70 to 90% I'm like, oh my god, there's so much we're getting into. Like we're getting things that were not answered, things that we didn't question but now we do. The last 10% was something. There's a lot, and the ending of this book, like it ends on the biggest cliffhanger ever, and you're telling me we have to wait until like, I think it's April of next year if I'm not wrong. I'm rating it a 3.5. As for Wicked Serve, I haven't read anything from that today, and so far I'm enjoying it. Hey guys, so as you probably saw, I finished this book last night, Barnes and Burner by Anastasia White. And I remembered that I didn't tell you anything about my last book, which is Wicked Serve by Grace Raley, and it was really good, so I give it 3 stars. And as for the book that I finished last night, and I was kind of gaslighted because I really thought this was a college romance, but no, the guy is a professional hockey player, and in her case she owns a bakery. So his name is Drake and her name is Evangelina. So we see her and she says like, oh, I own a bakery. So I was like, okay, that's kind of weird for somebody that is in college. But no, they're both grown adults. And in his case, Drake, he was from a team and he got transferred. He just moved in and suddenly there's this dog that comes to him and he got extremely scared, and it's Evangelina's dog, and they don't start at the right foot. But then she's like, you know what, I'm going to apologize because obviously my dog did something he should not have done. They both apologize, and then she has a stalker ex-boyfriend and she's trying to make him see like, I moved on, like I don't want to be with you anymore. And she says that she has a boyfriend, so she made this deal with Drake, and it's like, could you help me by being my fake boyfriend and, you know, make it seem like we're together so my ex-boyfriend leaves me alone. And they start this fake relationship and it was really good. The whole thing, I really love how it was set, but this one made me excited for another book in a series, and I cannot wait for that because it's single parent and it's a trope that I really like. But I really enjoyed it. I give it 3.5. I enjoyed it when I was reading, but I don't think it's a book that I will be thinking about. From what I remember, I think I preferred the first book more, but this one is a 3.5. It was really cute and really quick to read. As you saw, I didn't even update you guys. Hey guys, so we are into the last book of this video. I'm currently reading Daydream by Hannah Grace. If you don't know this book, this is the 3rd book in the Maple Hill series. And if you don't know what this book is about, it's about this girl named Hallie. We haven't met her before, and Henrik, we meet him in the 1st book, and it was one of the most beloved characters, and I really did like him and all of that. And I was like, oh, maybe the 2nd book is his book. It wasn't, but now Hannah Grace came out with this book right here, and this book is about them, and we know that Henry became the captain of the hockey team and he's trying to navigate that with his classes, and we know that he is failing one of his classes, so he's trying to make up for it. And there's like a tutor thing going on right now, but they actually meet at a book club that Hallie hosted. So I'm loving the dynamic so far. I'm not that far in. I'm listening to the audiobook. I was reading the paperback, but I finally was able to get the audiobook. But I am like, I'm on page like 86. I'm this far in. It's not that far, but I've been reading quite some time. I think, no, I'm even further into the book. So I'm this far in, so I'm soon about to be on chapter 9, but so far I am enjoying it. We see them like becoming friends and her helping him. He has ADHD kind of, but he's also an overthinker. In her case, she's a people pleaser and she struggles with that, and I'm loving it so far. I love friends to lovers, and not childhood friends to lovers. There's a complete difference. I love when they meet and they really become friends to then having like feelings for each other, or at least sleeping together. But I love when they become friends first, and this is what this is giving me. The cover is probably the cutest thing ever. So far I've loved everything I've read by Hannah Grace. The first book was a 5 stars, the second book was a 4 stars, and we will have to see the rating for this one. So yeah, I will continue reading, update you once I'm further into the book. You're so beautiful. Is it okay for me to say that? Excuse me, sir? No, it's not okay for me. In my poor heart. So far, I'm obsessed with this book. Oh my god. I am on chapter 18, and I've seen that so far each time they go out or whatever, he asks her like, oh, is it okay if I touch your hair? Well, whatever it is. Or is it okay if I do that? And she's like, you don't have to ask me, like it's okay. He's like, every man should ask. Henry. He's a man written by Hannah Grace. I am still listening to Daydream. I am on chapter 38, which is like I have 35 minutes left of the audiobook. I'll probably finish it before going to work, but I am around page 390, so that means I have like 27 pages. No, 37. I can't count. 37 pages left, and so far I'm loving it. The communication, it's amazing, and now something happened and they gave each other space, but I love how it was done. Like they really communicate with each other, like them just taking a break because it's necessary, let's say. But I don't want to say too much. I will not say too much. I'm sad that the book is over. I finished Daydream, which was one of my most anticipated reads of the year. I was so excited. At the same time, I was scared because I didn't want to dislike the book. But Daydream was amazing. It was such a great book. Hey guys, so it's a couple of weeks I think, but I am editing this video and I realized I'd never told you my thought ratings and I didn't close out. the video, so I apologize for that. But as for Daydream, let me grab the book. I told you all my thoughts throughout the book, but I didn't tell you guys the final thoughts. As for this, I absolutely loved it. I was scared because there were mixed reviews about it, and when it's that, you're kind of skeptical, but I loved it. I'm not surprised because I love everything Hannah Grace have done, and my final rating is a 5 stars, which I'm so damn happy about. I loved it. It was so good, and I'm glad I found another 5 stars. But that will be all for today's video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video, guys. Bye.